I definitely didn't feel better until like Tuesday morning.
Yeah,
Uh, Still a lot of biotoxins in the body.
a lot
Hell
to,
of a weekend though.
yeah, all worth it.
Great time. Everything except for part of the game, which was all of the game.
Fire away. All right, ready to do this?
Yes, I am.
All right, 2, 3, 4.
Basketball, gimme, gimme, gimme the ball because I'm gonna dunk it!
Yeah.
Cool
Um,
plays. Camp Randall, awesome.
Hey, it was
yeah.
cool being there at night. They got a good little, for as bad as they've been for a good chunk of the year, they've they still got some juice in that stadium.
Um, Bob, can you? I kind of I feel like we're deep into the year for we got one game left of regulation, and then it's bowl season. Walk me through the headspace of an Illini fan right now. The Goblin is gone. He's died.
Goblin is gone.
Illini Bob, I think you and I have a lot in common, my friend. We are both severely detached from reality, and we both believe that Illini football is the pinnacle of collegiate athleticism and prosperity. We average 30.8 points per game. It does not matter if we're 6-3 or 3-3 in the Big Ten. It could be worse. We could be Purdue. We could be Michigan State. We could be Penn State. I don't know if I said that already. It doesn't matter if we also give up 1 billion points a game because, like I said, we're averaging 30 points a game, even though that's only like 40th in the nation. Illini football will rise again.
So, yeah, pretty disappointing loss. Did get beat in all three phases of the game. Uh, if you go back to the start of the year, though, the win total for them was 7.5. Right now, they are sitting at 7. So a little disappointing, but if they do hit 8, it's kind of like, well, you did do better than expectations. So would be super happy with that. And by Illinois standards, that's an excellent year. Just kind of goes to show how far the bar has risen. And yeah, excited for Northwestern. Pretty big bummer though on Saturday night, but yeah, throughout the season, you clipped a couple teams, maybe USC, Duke, that they were not favored in, or maybe it was
Yeah.
just a tiny favorite, and then kind of lost a couple expected games along the way, and then one kind of head scratcher.
Yeah, and I guess what do I don't want to say their will was broken, but where was Illinois on Saturday night? Where they had a nighttime game. They looked
Having
pretty
a time on
fired up.
State Street, I guess, or in the tornado room.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess.
I
Yeah.
really what it came down to is Wisconsin's defensive line really beat them in that phase of the game.
Yeah.
Um, Defensively, they looked awful against a fourth string quarterback. So I do think there's going to be some changes to the defensive staff at the end of the year here. And then special teams having a muff punt and a low snap. So you got killed on special teams too. So kind of
Yeah,
lost all around.
That
Pretty big.
that's when the game was honestly felt like the momentum was kind of, I wouldn't say even, but it was very doable for Illinois before that muff
Yeah, and
punt.
missed the field goal. Kind of
Yeah.
from then on, it
That was right before the end of the
Yeah.
half, right? And they missed that field
Yeah.
goal.
not right
Or
before. There was enough time. I think Wisconsin snuck a field goal in after them in that half.
that's right.
So
That's right.
that's kind of
They didn't
where
have to
really.
go too far for it, really, at that point.
Yep,
Either,
and then
because
they got the ball coming out of the half, and
yeah, I feel like where the game really swung though was that 84-yard. It was like Wisconsin was just kind of getting like 3 yards at a
oh
time.
yeah,
And then all of a sudden that one just
They got
broke and it was
confidence.
like, oh, it's a 10-point game. Like what, how
and
did
the way the offensive line was playing, it was going to be tough to come back 2 scores. So
Their first touchdown drive also looked. I mean, I would say that's where they got their confidence. I wouldn't say that's where the game swung, but that's where they were like, "Oh, we can do this." Was that drive was kind of beautiful. I mean, it was long. I
yeah,
mean,
I
I
think it
think
took
that
like 10 minutes.
yeah, 10-minute drive, and then they just punched it at the end. I mean, like that's a good confidence booster. So, um, I told Evan before the game I think Wisconsin's going to win. I know that doesn't mean anything, but Evan can attest.
I was kind of on the Big Kurt train where he thought it would be close, but Illinois would pull it out. That's kind of what I was on, but and I still feel like they were on track to kind of just sneak back into it. But that muff punt, man, that just hurts.
Hey, the real winner was the guys getting tornado room, and
Yes.
No, we
And
well,
hey, if they would have, could the game have been different? People are asking, could the game have been
it could have.
different
It could have.
if the Illini had their team dinner Friday night
they but
at
we
the
blocked
tornado
it.
room
Well,
as
someone
opposed
already
to
had the basement booked out.
Blocked it.
Big Bert he would have finished his 16
Faster
ounce
than Brett.
New York strip, and I did
My
not.
guess is 10 years in Madison. My guess is he's eating at the tornado room a time or two.
Oh, he's been in that room for sure.
Oh
There's
yeah,
no doubt.
Um,
There's no doubt.
I think getting on we got to be on the field. That was a pretty cool experience. Don't always
Yeah,
get to go on the field after the game and play some catch.
I
a lot of the Big Ten stadiums actually let you on the field at the end of every game now.
yeah, and the way it
Oh,
was
okay.
set up from our seats, there was literally just like a gate, and it was like, here you
They opened
go.
it. They didn't want us
Yeah,
climbing over. They actually were like, "Hold on, don't climb over this. We'll let you in."
Yeah,
yeah,
So,
Illinois lets fans on the field after every game now. So
yeah.
so
job.
I think, I mean, what a heck of a swing from we're leaving the bar and Iowa looks like they're going to give it up
Felt bad.
to
Evan was watching on the phone, living and dying by the AT&T
that's where he
14.
lives.
Oh,
That's where he lives.
dude,
Evan loves a nice, walk around.
I mean, when we started that walk from the last bar, that bar we went to, um, it looked so bad for Iowa. And Bob just saw me kind of go through it on that 20-minute walk to Camp Randall. When we were walking into Camp Randall, it was tied and we were set up for a game-winning field goal. It was just like a total
Your
swing
your
of
signal's probably dying at that point. Yeah.
it was kind of like BP when he let that dog go into the street. His emotions
Yeah,
just swung. His swung the other way. Mine swung the right way, is what happened.
But he swung him back, so you just got to bounce back.
BP always brings the vibes back.
Evan, I kind of want to know where your mind is at. Where is the Hawkeye brain at right now?
The Hawkeye brain is, you know, I was thinking about this like from the time that USC score that they had on the Philly special before half in that game, from that score to the fourth quarter of the Michigan State game, Iowa's offense didn't score a point, which is a little concerning. It's like, did we lose all the progress that we had, throughout the year? I don't think so. I think the O-line injuries that kind of stacked up, and I was hearing that a lot of the O-linemen didn't practice very much last week before the Michigan State game. Sounds like they're healthier. Sounds like they're ready to go. I'm hopeful that last week on offense was kind of just you know, a little bit of a misstep, little bit of a let up in terms of just make it a one game thing. I think just due to Nebraska's D-line play for most of this year too, I do feel fairly confident going into this game. Um, but yeah, you just want to see them go out and like be as confident as they've been running the ball, I would say. Um, that they've been most of the year. So I I'm not sure, but I really do in my heart I feel like it's not as bad as it had looked for a little while there.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's kind of evident of the season in the sense, and that's kind of what I also want to know is like, I feel like this is kind of a wash season. I watched the games, I had fun, but we just never were able to capitalize on any of the big games throughout the season.
Yeah.
We're 0-4 on.
I think that's kind of been a theme for Iowa. Are they 0-12 in their last 12 ranked games?
They sure are. Yep.
And I'm counting one of those being
Which
Iowa
doesn't
State.
sound good, but Nebraska is double that. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, they absolutely have to get over that hump. There's no doubt. And it's disappointing they couldn't do it this year, but I think I don't know, you always go into this Nebraska matchup just like starting to get a little juiced up, and you
think
obviously I think if you win this game, you kind of just look at it as like a good season, you know. Um,
a building
Not great at
season.
all.
And
They
they're
never
over
got
the
over that
line.
hump, but just kind of
They'll
another good season for Iowa. Like, but if they lose it, it's disappointing for sure.
I
it's an
think they got to
8.
feel pretty good.
Yeah. It's an 8. We had our projection was 8 wins, correct? So this doesn't make
6.5 was what the line ended at the end of summer. So
Oh, really? For the Hawks?
mhm.
Dang. Okay. So optimistic. Um I think we're sharpening uh, the knife. I mean, starting at the very bottom, we're sharpening the knife in terms of having an offense. Um But at the end of the day, yeah, I mean, in all the games, I don't know. How many points do you need to score to win the big game typically? I mean, we're not really getting
They
over those hump. I feel like the offense has got to
We
be
ran through the
where you're
numbers
focused.
last week, and I think they're averaging like 13 points in games that they lost this year.
yeah.
Yeah. Indiana 15 points.
And
USC
defense, I think,
21
averaged enough
points.
like 17. So
Yeah, I'd say
One more touchdown.
if you score 24 in any of those games, like you feel pretty good about winning. Um,
positive spin. Well, I was probably 6 points away from being in serious playoff contention talks. So
I would agree.
yeah. Yeah, you're about four plays away from, in one play away in each of those games from it swinging your way, but you have to make those plays. So, and if you can't do it over and over again, it's I think it's more of a sign of the offense just isn't there yet. I
Yeah.
don't think they have Gronowski's good. He's not a great passer. He's a good quarterback. He's a step
It
up
was
from
a
what
fun
we've had, but
it's a fun season.
he's not the guy that they need to let the passing game go a little bit.
I think if you gave him another year, he would actually be able to sling the rock a lot better after watching a lot of film. But I mean, I am glad that we are moving on because as him being a super senior,
Yeah, I'd
um,
like to see someone like get in the system and stay in the system and kind of
hold
progress
the
in it from
system.
there rather than,
Yeah,
another
I think
transfer
they have
in
their
that's
best
never been there.
quarterback prospect they've gotten in a while committed.
Yeah, that's true.
I think I'd like to see a guy. I mean, how many years did CJ play? Was it 3 prime years or
Two two that he really started.
yeah,
He kind of played the tail end of his sophomore year as well, but that's when he had the long hair. He should have kept it.
yeah, amen. No, I just would like to see somebody who's could will break the NFL, but not doesn't really need to jump early or anything like that, which I guess we're very far away from that being a problem. But
Yeah.
um, we haven't seen that in a second, so we'll get there. How about that? Was it Nebraska Penn State? Did they run a
Yeah,
fun one
imagine
this
being
weekend?
Penn State forcing Nebraska to extend rule and then beating him by 27 with your interim. It's got to feel pretty good.
That's a nice bend over right there.
Uh,
Yeah. And did you see Um, I know a lot of the players are lobbying for Terry Smith to be the head coach, and
Yeah, that would just
I
be a
saw
mistake.
I saw they interviewed him, but I think that's just more to me. That's more of a courtesy interview. I don't think that's got any legs to it. But I don't know what you guys think.
Yeah, you can't get rid of James Franklin and have him poach all of your recruits to Virginia Tech and not uh, hire hire the interim after that. So
Yeah, yeah. I feel like you want to make a hire that if you're going to
A
lose a bunch of
statement.
guys to VTech, like they got to bring in some guys too.
Yeah,
um,
you gotta have a statement play. Not that it. I don't know. Hopefully that guy gets his turn somewhere or something like that. But
I know
Mhm.
there's a lot of football to talk about this week, but I got a couple quick ones to run through too.
give it
Notre
to us,
Dame winning
Bob.
70-7 with being up 21-0 without touching the ball. That was pretty cool. Might
Electric.
be time to lock them into the playoffs. USC Oregon, not. I mean, it was a fun like game to have on at the bar, but nothing super notable. Kind of felt like Oregon had control
Their
of the
running
whole
back.
thing.
I think their running back is dangerous. I mean, he just.
Which one? They got four.
Okay, who's the one that ran all over Iowa?
Whittington, Whittington, I think. Um,
Yeah, Yeah, he just seems.
Noah Whittington. And then
Yes.
there's another guy, number 0. I he's a freshman, but he's like just a tank. He's like a fullback that's really fast.
So when you give it to somebody back to back with Whittington and then into that,
Yeah.
bad
Uh,
news.
Yeah, it seems
One
like
last
Oregon's
one.
playing Big Ten football, but they're also like they also have
Right
elite
They're
as
beatable.
receivers
they're
and
playing Big
elite
Ten
quarterback.
football in the way Ohio State plays Big Ten football.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Pitt did clip Georgia Tech, so uh,
No ACC team, or what's the story there in the playoffs? What
no,
isn't this
they'll get
burn?
one in.
I
I didn't know if
yeah.
this was burning down the ship for the
No, the
ACC.
point of contention was if Duke won the ACC at 8-4, they'll get an
Ah,
automatic bid.
yeah, that
So
makes sense. I'm okay with that.
yeah, with that, I know Miami, like if you look in the playoff rankings, they're still listed as like the projected ACC team
Yeah,
in.
they only have a chance as an at large.
Right. But will there be so if they don't win, they don't have a good shot at the ACC championship though, right? If Pitt and Virginia
No,
win.
Miami cannot play in it. It should be just Virginia. Um, and
So
there's a couple other teams.
so they would
Their only shot is the at large.
to be at large, but there's not so the ACC champion would leap them, right? If they were to go on
Yes.
and win the
So yeah,
ACC.
they can
Okay.
only get in as that at
So
large.
Miami being in that graphic like really isn't probably
Yeah,
the most
it kind
likely
of just
scenario.
makes the graphic stupid.
Yeah. Okay. But it's just like where they're ranked,
Yeah.
basically. Okay.
So Virginia, SMU, Georgia Tech, and Pitt all are ahead of Miami in the standings. So
Is Tulane getting in?
if they win,
Rock and roll, the Big Easy or something like that.
they are
The
Rock and
Big
roll.
Easy.
expected to go
Yeah.
over in the summer ramp.
There have been a couple coaching hires recently. I saw the North Texas coach was hired at OSU, Oklahoma
And
State.
they're going to let them coach it out too.
I like that. I like that. If we're gonna jump into it mid-season like we do now, I like, let them ride it out.
Yeah, they still have
This
a shot at the playoff
they do.
if they
Yeah,
beat Tulane in the American Championship game. So
exactly. And then is there Golish? Did I see Golish is probably
that's
going
not
to Arkansas?
official.
It's not
Yep,
official.
that's what it's sounding like that they're kind of closing in on him, but it's not pen to paper.
I'd like to see that program. I mean, I know you would too, Bobby. War Pig Bob.
Oh,
Bobby Hogg.
Bobby. But yeah, I think that would be a fun program to see. They feel like true kind of SEC team. They seem kind of brain dead in that state anyway, so it'd be fun to get them all riled up.
they could have unlimited money if the guys that went there with unlimited money wanted to make them have unlimited money. So
I was looking at wealthy individuals of Iowa, and there's I think a couple billionaires. So I would but
yeah,
I
but Harry Stein probably wouldn't have
yeah.
gone to Iowa, so probably an Iowa State guy.
Well,
And
if that if
he's probably an Iowa State
you
guy
know
too.
what, and if United Healthcare CEO wasn't clipped, we could have had a donor there.
Curse
That's
you,
true.
Luigi.
That's true. Thanks, Luigi.
Um, Luigi, killing our title run. Um, what was I gonna say though? Yeah, it's interesting to see that they never really have gotten the Waltons invested in them. You think it'd help the
But
state
just
and
one
help
of them went
them?
there though. Just one.
Yeah, but it's a state thing. But the Waltons
Yeah,
have
but
they're
the
not really into
patriarch
that kind
would
of
go
stuff.
to Mizzou, so
Mm, yeah,
there's
that's
Sam Walton did go to
Conflicted
Mizzou.
interests.
So
yeah.
not that I mean, so you kind of are banking on the Sun and the Tyson chicken money.
Jerry Jones.
I just have a hard time seeing a guy who owns a pro football team pouring money into a college football team.
When you got
Yeah,
money.
Yeah.
you, he definitely has enough to go around with both, but yeah, I know what you mean. It's like that's not where his focus is. So
Yeah.
All right, boys. Transition into the new week. Do we have games tomorrow at all? Thanks. Is there Thanksgiving games or is it
I think
Friday?
the
I
only
think
one is Memphis
maybe.
and Navy. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's
So
interesting though that
Friday though,
there's
full slate.
it's
Friday's
interesting
got
that
way more games than it used to have now.
Yeah,
it's like
I'm excited. So
Me
you
too.
get you get the Bears rolling on
yeah.
Friday too.
Uh,
So it's like
Illinois, UConn, right before the Bears
Okay.
in Madison Square Garden. Iowa, Nebraska, right before the Bears. How about we talk about that one a little bit?
Yeah, Iowa,
uh,
Nebraska. I will.
Evans on the ground.
I'll be on the ground again for this one.
Boots on ground.
It's yeah. I mean, it looks like it could be really windy. I think we're gonna avoid the snow, but it's gonna be like 30 degrees and just like insane
That
winds
would be
by the end of the
beautiful.
game. So you know, hopefully those
Was that
punts
a
go our direction.
Robbie? Was that what did you send that today, Robbie? Where there was a negative, or Evan did, where there was a
Yes, I don't know
negative?
if that came in a Nebraska game or if that was a high
I
school
think
state championship game.
I think it was a high school
It looked like
playoff.
a high school game.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it was like 1A football or something like that.
Usually
I mean,
they
I don't
usually
know.
they play those in the state school. So
You're
Yeah.
running on fourth down from the rest of that game. I can tell you that. Or unless you have the wind, actually, you can do some boots.
Yeah, right.
We used to have soccer games when I was a kid where the wind was so bad that you played offense one half and you played defense one half. Meaning like you couldn't get the ball to the other end of the field unless if you were really good, but we
Yeah.
probably take one shot on goal in the half that we didn't have the win, and the rest of the time you're just playing defense. So
Yeah.
uh
I mean, and I think most coaches will tell you like rain, rain and snow don't affect you too much, but wind, I mean,
I think especially with gloves
that kind of
nowadays.
blows up, especially if you're a pass heavy team, kind of blows up the game plan a bit.
yeah, and I think that's where the game is going. I mean, I'm almost surprised that there's no dome. I mean, I feel like what FC FBS no FCS has, like UNI has a dome. I think
The KB
NDSU,
Dome, Idaho.
SDSU.
Somebody doesn't know the Carrier Dome in Syracuse, New York, and it shows.
So
They
okay,
play
so
basketball there too, Chief.
Yeah, they do play basketball there too.
there how many FBS programs have a dome?
Yeah, Syracuse. I think
I
is
think it's
that
just
it?
Syracuse.
Is that it?
Hard to build a dome for around 90,000 plus people.
Well, and so many college stadiums are like ancient,
Old.
that wasn't a thing.
No, but what I'm saying though is I'm just surprised that in the South you don't need it as much, but I just
Yeah.
think with
No, but the South
wind,
plays so many games in domes because they always play conference games in Dallas, and they play them in Atlanta too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess the only ones are like, like the SEC championship play and Big Ten championships at Lucas Oil, obviously. It's
Mhm.
really only for the pro stadiums that they use.
To be fair, I feel like there is a big exception for people. I mean, windbreak is being naturally in the dome. I'm sure they've studied this, but it's harder for the wind to get down onto the field, but it still does, obviously. Um, I don't know where we were going with that, but yeah. Sounds like it'll be a windy one in Lincoln.
Be a windy one. I saw the line moved up to -6.5 for Iowa. So
I'm seeing 6 right now, but that's just CBS. So
gotcha.
Or inside
Um,
scoop.
yeah. So I mean, I feel good about Iowa having a bounce back game, but you never know in this. It's always seems like no matter what, it is down to a field goal, and Iowa's kicking it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'd be okay with that.
I don't want to be
I hope
kicking, but
it's
that
yeah,
one, yeah.
yeah. I would love to see an ass kicking, but I just feel like no matter what, you don't get that.
I,
So
I I see a bounce back win. I really do. I see like a more of like a Minnesota effect. But the
I,
problem is we won't be able to do any air raid. Well, we can't do that anyway. So
I will say I'm glad that Iowa had the game they had and played the way they did last week because I think if you did that to Nebraska, they're a better team. They'd probably take advantage of it.
I see Iowa. I just see a Nebraska team with a backup quarterback and not very good line play on either side of the ball that is going to struggle.
what's the
You see a
Nebraska
lot of
win
points
count
though.
right now?
They're at 7-4. Um, I think
Yep,
their line was what, 7.5 this year?
7.5. So I am cooking on the under on that one. So Hawkeye forward life.
Hawkeye for
What do
life
you guys
is
feel about
right.
the Egg Bowl?
Um, Bob, should I wear my Cuck shirt to the game in the
Oh,
wind?
I think the people of Greater Lincoln would respect that.
What was this? What's the Egg Bowl?
The Egg Bowl's Mississippi State.
Oh
That's Friday as
no.
well.
7-point game. Rumors have it might be Lane Kiffin's last game. I see him
He got
staying, but
nope, he got paid. He's getting out of there.
I'm actually so
Mon-
confused. I'm
Money
so
talks,
confused at
baby.
what's happening with that. I
so
really have no
it
idea.
kind of sounds like the announcement's coming Saturday. So play the game Friday, do the announcement Saturday. It's kind of what it sounds like. Whatever it is, I think he's staying, but
Yeah. I do feel like Lane is just putting on this show
The
and he's
problem
just
is
gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna stay.
the problem is the only reason I would say that he is staying is because he's got a playoff run right now, and it'd be kind of deflating to be like, "Hey, I'm gone
It's
after
like,
this."
okay,
So,
Ole Miss finally makes the playoffs. They've been like kind of
mhm.
on the edge for years, and yeah, that would be diabolical actually if he dipped. But I would
break,
understand. I mean,
break the internet.
LSU is probably the best job out there. One of them.
um, what
Or
about some good old fashioned hate? Georgia Tech.
Ooh,
Haynes King one last time. They've came close. Maybe this is the year they do it.
yeah, they were
and
real
then we
close
got
last year, right? Wasn't it like
Yeah, it
42
was like
to
three overtime game.
44? Yeah.
Georgia Tech got screwed on some calls.
shout out my baby girl Katie. We got
But we're
OSU.
still on Friday though, man. We got
Oh, we're
Texas
still on
A&M.
Friday. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
we got a full slate, dude.
Yep.
That is a slate.
Skipping ahead
That's
to Saturday.
you're on your
You're gonna be
couch
asleep
making
from eating
leftovers.
leftovers. You
Yep,
don't even care about Friday.
you're damn right. I'll
Texas
be thinking about
A&M.
the Bears
Come
too
on.
much on that day. I'm sorry.
Texas
I,
The
A&M.
real
Yeah.
I don't know. I know Texas's defense is good. 2.5 points feels pretty tight. Where it feels like Texas A&M might be the better team, but maybe that means it's time to take Texas. Hook 'em.
I know. I've been kind of thinking that all year. It felt like it was time to take him against Georgia, kind of, but
They
kind
are
of saw
playing.
how that went.
They are playing better. So
where
Yeah.
is it? Is it neutral or is it where's it at?
I think it's in
it's at
Austin
A&M.
or it's at
Or
A&M.
it's in Austin.
It's in Austin, yeah. Yeah.
Well, Evan and I have gone to
Sleepy
a
Austin.
yeah,
Sleepy Austin.
dude, we went to a game and it was like a library in there against a ranked opponent, and it was horrible. So end of the year though, they have no contention for. I mean, are they still ranked
I
even?
mean, if they get a
Yeah.
convincing victory over the number 3 team, I think they could be looking at that like sixth team out of the SEC. Like I actually think
That'd be
the
Yeah,
so
playoff
good.
committee would do it.
I don't think they will. I think it depends on. I don't think it jumps them over. It might jump them over Miami and Notre Dame.
It very well could. It very well could.
So
Yeah.
what would their wins be this year?
Their wins would be Oklahoma's probably their best win so far, right? Yeah.
Um, Vanderbilt too.
And Vandy.
Then losses. Florida one's awful. That's what'll probably be what keeps them out. But Georgia one, they kind of got blown out in that one. But no one's played Ohio State within 7, and it was week 1. But they're the only team that's done that. So
Sure.
I really didn't realize that they spent the most money. They theorize that they spend the most money of any NIL. I believe.
Yeah, it's got to
That's
be
what I saw on some internet poll. So it has to be
A&M.
true.
I would believe it.
Texas. Texas Tech is up there too.
Yeah.
Supposedly they got to pay guys 30% more to go play at Texas Tech.
Because it's in the boonies. No one's seen them and they're bad. Yeah.
You got some other good trophies this week. Even Friday, you got the old Oaken bucket, which won't be
I
much
think
of a
that one's
game,
gonna
but
stay in Bloomington though.
yeah.
Ohio State, Michigan though.
Yeah.
Go for it, Dre.
Okay, now we're on it. Now we're on it. I think this is a really bad situation, I think, for Ohio State. I feel like how many times have they been on the ropes at all this year?
Texas was a 7-point game where Texas scored right at the end.
So the beginning of the season, I see this one being just a grind, and they haven't had to grind. Like Indiana was really tested late in the game against Penn State. Like they have that clutch experience, that confidence, whereas Ohio State has just blown the brakes off people. But now you're going into Michigan, I believe, and you're just gonna. I don't think it's a good recipe for them, frankly, and it's a really. If they get it, great, and I think they probably. I think they can. I think they will, but bad recipe going into Ann Arbor.
Chance of snow, 1 to 3 inches in the afternoon, so maybe towards the end of the game. I don't know if it'll be like, what was it, 2018, where the snow game?
21,
yeah.
right?
Was that the one Michigan where it's double overtime?
Yeah.
Started the streak.
Yeah, I could see it. I feel like
Michigan against good competition has really faltered this year. I think they've been exposed.
This isn't even like this game is so much different than good competition though. Like look at them like 2 seasons ago or 1 season ago they weren't.
Well, it was last season where they were
last season. Yeah.
But
yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Right now the line's like 10, right? I believe 10 and a half.
Yeah, I think it's 10 and a hook. So if we're looking at that, I'm sure there will be a boost offered on it. Maybe I'd go under 43 and a half. Be naughty.
I think that place is going to be rock. I mean, it's always rocking for that game, but like undefeated Ohio State coming into Michigan, what's crazy? It's a perfect storm.
What's crazy too is Michigan. I'm pretty sure if Michigan wins, they would be in the Big Ten championship.
Not that simple.
Oregon would be up for a spot too, I guess.
Yes. If Indiana wins and Michigan wins, Oregon gets it. If Indiana loses and Michigan wins, I believe Oregon gets it.
But either way, Michigan has a strong playoff case.
Yeah, Indiana beating Oregon.
they win.
It's Indiana, Oregon this weekend, right?
It's
Is that what
Indiana.
you're saying?
Purdue.
Oh, okay.
Indiana
So
plays
I
Purdue.
just don't think we have to really worry about the old Oaken bucket. But again, it's like the big game. You know, you got to
It's
throw it all out.
basically the same game. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just as important.
Oregon's playing Washington at Washington. Not an easy game.
No. Washington's
Yeah,
been really good at
Washington
home.
plays great at Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Michigan being in the Big Ten championship is not that crazy. It'd be a miracle, but it would be crazier things
Last year
happen.
was a miracle too. Yeah, it can happen.
What's not that crazy is Miami going to play Pittsburgh maybe in the snow.
That's fun.
That's a fun
That's
game
fun.
with some pretty big implications.
Yeah, absolutely. I do feel good about Ohio State this year just because I feel like last year they like kept it so close to the vest and kind of they played Michigan's game. I don't feel like they're gonna do that. Like
I
they're gonna go for the jugular because of what happened last year.
I don't know.
agree.
Did anyone want to take me up on a friendly wager on that one?
$1.
Just straight up
Okay.
or the spread.
I'll give you 10. $1.
You'll give me what?
Start with a 10-0 lead. It's going to be snowing.
So how about this? I'll give you guys. You pay me 2. I give you 1 money line.
Okay, I'll just request to you right now. So,
How that works. I know I'm not good for my money. We'll have to send it to a neutral party, and then they can take care of it from there. Lads, any final closing arguments?
we're just getting started still, baby.
The clock's running, baby. We got that
Vanderbilt,
10-minute
Tennessee.
warning.
You don't want to see Diego Pavia make one last shot at a Heisman attempt?
Let's let him rip.
That's fun in the state of
Let
Tennessee
his
right
mom
there.
just go crazy in the stands.
This is probably what the best matchup of that Tennessee game in a long time. Like but it would be one where if you lose it to Vandy, even though they're ranked higher, like it would just kill Tennessee fans.
I think it is the best one because when Vanderbilt was good in the past, I think it was where Tennessee was awful. This is the first time they've both been good.
3, 4.
Ba 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 ba